Here we are, my toast and my beans and me cheese, smoked paprika, omelette. Very nice. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all alright, and it's really nice to see you. It's Martin here. Okay, so let's give you a little update of what's going on, and very quickly, I did a video last night, and oh my god, so I popped up to the little shop above my road. You know, I've got like a little off license above my road, and I was low on milk and a couple of other things. I still got like jacket potatoes and cheese, and I thought, oh, I've got no tuna, so and so I didn't buy a lot, and it only come to about £8 something, not quite £9, and and I bought 2 tins of tuna, a box of Jaffa cakes. I thought, sod it, I'll treat myself. A pint of milk, some bread. What else did I buy? I think that was it. Yeah, can't remember. Oh, 2 tins of beans, because I had beans on toast. Laid it all out and done the video, and then And then I started talking about like uh well, what I'm about to talk to you, what I'm going to tell you in a moment. And I ended up deleting all the videos by mistake. And I was like, oh, and I even went into my um, recycle bin and ended up deleting them. So, but to be honest, there wasn't really a lot there to show you, but I can still give you an update of what's going on. So I've applied for universal credits. I don't know what's going on at the moment, with so I've got up a yeah, so that's being sorted out. I have an interview at the job centre next week on Wednesday to get all that sorted. Yeah, so and um so got onto like Orbit and stuff, and I said, look, I've lived here for 32 years. I moved in when I was 12. I have got a history of mental health and depression, so hopefully that'll go in my favour. So I'm in limbo at the moment. I'm still finding, whether I find out whether or not I can stay here, and or I do have to move out. And my best friend Carol of 24 years, she's been absolutely marvellous. She really honestly has. And her boyfriend as well, they're helping me. Yeah, just being here, like, being on the end of the phone if I get upset and that, I still have times where I'm a bit anxious, and I'm crying and I think, oh God, I start thinking the worst, and um so I had a doctor's appointment today. Managed to see my doctor because I phoned up a couple of days ago and told them, that I was feeling depressed, and and also had my mental health and stuff, and um, yeah, we were talking. It was nice to actually see my actual doctor, that I've had for years. And when he rang me back yesterday, he said, "Hello, Martin." I said, "Long time no see." I said, "Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?" And I think that's really lovely. It was really warming to, because doctors, they're so busy and they see loads of people. Do you know what I mean? And especially him, because he's so popular. Because no disrespect to any other doctors, but you do want to see your own doctor, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Um, yeah, so I managed to get to see my own doctor. My appointment was at 9 o'clock. I nearly didn't feel like getting up out of bed, and I nearly didn't go. And then I got out of bed, and it was 10 to 9. Luckily, I had a shower the night before, and that, so I went, because it's only like 2 minutes away from, a minute, 2 minutes away, and I can cut through the wreck to get there. Managed to get there. I was dying for a wee, and I said to the receptionist, I said, look, I'm just going to go toilet. I said, I won't be a minute, and they said, yeah, that's all right. We'll let you know if, like, And then whilst I was in the toilet, I heard the doctor come out and, Mr. Martin Easter, and I thought, oh my God, and he said, I thought you'd done a runner, and I was, no, there's always one, isn't there? So we sat and chatted, and I'm going to try and remember what he said. He said, because I thought about getting a covering letter about my mental health to put into Universal Credit. And he said there is no point in doing a covering letter because half the time they don't read it. And my sick note, my records, if they want any, you don't really need any proof that you've got mental health and and that, but if they do, then get back onto the doctor, and that, and he won't have no trouble doing that. So yeah, he just advised me to carry on with the exercise and walking, which has slacked a little bit. Yeah, I'm not getting as much walking and exercising much now. Doing I mean, I am doing kind of normal things. I'm cooking for myself. I'm eating well, sitting there chilling, watching telly, listening to music, writing in my diaries and journals. But the whole like having headphones on and dancing, I don't know. There's just some things that when you're acting normal, it feels weird. I've not felt like doing it, but I will get back into it. And once I get back to work, I'm still taking time off. I know, you know, it is a good thing going back to work as well, because the more you have time off, the more you don't want to go back. And also, it's nice to be around people as well, you know. But uh, because on the I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday. I think on the 26th or 27th, I got my interview on the 27th, which is next Wednesday. But we've got someone coming round on Tuesday on the 26th, I believe, to collect the things that were put in place for Arthur to help. You know, like I turned the little um, walker over there, and excuse the mess. Mm. Arthur and Soxy wasn't the most tidiest of people. Yeah, yeah. Crackers, it did. Where like his greasy head, and and where he used to his dirty hands, bloody grabbing the doors and stuff. Mum would clean up, and he would dirty it again. He wasn't the most cleanest of people, but sorry, Arthur, but you weren't. So yeah, just so that was his toilet thing, and got the frame that was meant to go around the toilet, but the little bugger kept moving it out of the way and putting it in the bath, and a little sod he was. And then the walker to help him walk, to get to the kitchen and stuff. Thing was just put in place, and because he was a little bit of a stubborn bugger, yeah, which you were half. I'm sorry, but yeah, he was all like, "No, I don't need it. I don't need it," and then he gave in, and then realised he did need it. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm rambling a bit now. So we've got someone coming round on the 26th to collect it all. Yeah. My step auntie is coming. She sort of cleared most of yeah, so we're getting there slowly. My friend Carol said, even if you don't get to stay in this house and you have to move out, just minute by minute, second by second, day by day, yeah, we will do it, and her boyfriend's gonna, if I do, fingers crossed, pray for me that I do get to stay in this house. Just yeah. Um yeah, just I'm gonna struggle at first. Bills and stuff, and like got the water rates, TV license, broadband phone bill, and you name it, but like my friend said, I'll get help with that, because I can't, and I'll just have to smash out the overtime, cut back on uh cut back on taxes, because I was getting taxes to work and back, um I just have to walk and back, because with my 3 days a week, I was spending £30 a week on taxes. With overtime, I was probably spending £50 a week on taxes, and that's a lot of money. That it all adds up, And then I've just got to like make some changes really, and just make some lunch at home and take it into work, because once I get lunch there, I've got myself a drink, I've got a chocolate bar or something, and and sandwiches and little snacky bits, and you've spent about a tenner, just like, and nothing really to show for it, and you've probably only bought about 7 things. Um, yeah, so I'm going off the subject a bit now. Um, my doctor, I was a bit miffed about this when he said it. I wasn't too chuffed when he said, "I've noticed you've put on a little bit of weight." I said, "Probably, yeah." I said, "But 2 years ago, I was really good." I said, I was walking, I was exercising. I mean, it's laxed a bit, but I'm eating reasonably well. I'm not eating too much crap. I'm not sitting here eating cake and biscuits and crisps every single day, once in a blue moon. But yeah. I mean, I'm not walking or exercising as much as I was, and I'm probably put on a little bit of weight, but not a lot. He said just carry on with the exercise and and the walking and that, which I will get back into that, soon. Um, it's the thought of like walking, it's the thought of doing it, it's like, oh, but once I do it, be fine, yeah. um is on, yeah, gonna be a minute, because they took it off last week for sports. I wasn't happy. mm. um he didn't see any point in upping my medication because I'm on, I think, 30 grams, I think, or is it 50? Oh, I can't remember, but I'm on metazapine, and he said that's the best one out of all of them, and he said I don't see the point in, because they do help you, they, to a point. um yeah, so he said about me putting on weight, and thanks for that. um and Yeah, he didn't see the point of updating, up in my meds. He's given me something. I'm not sure if it's tablets or some kind of medicine. I think it's a medicine you take, and it helps you sleep. Because I said I do suffer with insomnia, and I didn't want to admit to it. I thought, no, I don't suffer with that. And then, I mean, sometimes, my medication, my metazapine, it does help me sleep. I take it before bed, and but uh, yeah, it does make me sleepy, and sometimes I have good nights, and sometimes I don't. I'll be awake all night, and then I end up sleeping all day. It's not great, but so yeah, they gave me some medicine. They said, take it if and when you can. You don't have to take it every single night. So that's ready to pick up. But but I don't know. I'm going to afford to buy it because I have to buy my prescriptions at the moment. So I suppose that, yeah, I get paid next Friday. So yeah, they keep it until yeah. But, wouldn't it be nice to come into a bit of money? Just, yeah. Oh, not even loads, just a bit. See, it's sickening when you see, like, with the lottery, like, you see one person win the whole 90 million, and I think, fucking hell, why do you need? You know what I mean? Anyway, what else did the doctor say? He said, I know you have a history of mental health, and but he said at the moment, he said you're grieving. It's natural and it's obvious you're going to feel this way. He said you've just lost your dad. It's just been over a week. It's been, yeah, Tuesday, yeah, last Tuesday. So it's only been 9 days. It's nine days he's passed away. Um, they're not having a funeral for him, an attendance funeral. They're not, because like his sister said, none of us have the money, you know. He didn't have the money, you know, and he was one of those people, you know. He would come out with things, oh, bury me in the back garden, all that kind of thing, you know. Um, he was very sort of set in his ways, very stubborn, very, you know. Um, and I don't think he would have, you know, he wasn't fussed about having a funeral. He wasn't, you know, he wasn't, you know, so he wouldn't have, not being disrespectful, but he wouldn't have been fussed, you know. So they're having a cremation on next Wednesday. Um, and the ashes handed back, you know. Um, yeah, so I'm still a bit up and down with my anxiety and depression and that, and you know, I've got Arthur's family on my back, my step auntie. They're trying to bung the arrears and, you know, and his bills onto me, and I said no, it's up to you, because you was his carer and his next of kin, which was his oldest son, and I was his stepson. I said, you know, it falls to you. You need to be phoning them up, and if Arthur hasn't got any money left, then you need to be explaining that to them and say, look, you know, there's no money in Arthur's, you know, and they should waive it, you know, crush it, because I can't be lumbered with it, you know. I just fed up with just, you know, I one step forward. It was looking all positive and things are kind of working out, but then something just shits all over it. I don't know. I just feel like there's no end to this, you know. Just like, just I don't know. I'll be all right. I just, you know, I'll get there, get through it. And how's everyone doing? You all right? Hello. Yeah. So I'm just in the middle. I did get up quite late today. Had a little bit of a lay-in. So I'm just having my lunch now. Making myself an omelette. I've got 4 eggs in there. Just going to add some paprika, salt and pepper, and I'm going to have some beans with it. Oh, and cheese as well. Yeah. Let's show you outside. It's not very nice out today. It's raining still. I know Soxy will want to go out when, you know. I know Soxy is lovely. He's adorable. He's a good cat, aren't you? You're a good boy, aren't you? But he loves to sit on your lap 24/7, you know, and his legs start aching. You know, he'll sort of sit on your lap for about from 6 in the morning till midnight the next day. He'll try and like sit on you and walk all over your food and everything. Oh, when you're trying to sleep, he'll be climbing over everything, you know, knocking things down. So he's a bit of a bugger. So yeah, I don't really want him going out in this weather because it's not very nice out, is it? No, not very nice outside, is it? No. Yucky outside today, isn't it? And what are we watching on telly at the moment? We're watching... Oh yeah, we're watching Supermarket Sweep. So I've got plenty to tell you. Things I want to show you as well. I've got a photo album here that my step auntie Shirley made up. I will show you, and that's going in the coffin with Arthur. They're going to go and see him again today. They did ask if I wanted to go again, but I said I did say what I wanted to say, and I've said my goodbyes. Do you know what I mean? So Yeah, so I've got so much to tell you, but I'm going to crack on with my lunch dinner. Yeah, and yeah, so here we go. So we've got the eggs. I need a fork. Bit of smoked paprika. Okay. Generous amount of salt. And some pepper. Okay, and so I've got a block of cheese here, and this is where I'm really lazy because I can't be bothered to grate the cheese. I just cut it like this, just strips into, yeah, I'm being lazy. Um, there we go. Right. I've got my tea. Oh, I nearly forgot to. Yes. Drain me. Got my cup of char. Lovely jubbly. My first cup of tea today. Right, let's give this a good old whisk round. Oh, getting the cheese stuck in the fork. Touch for that. I'll have some toast with it, I think. Bulk up the meal. I was just going to have beans and omelette. So let's stick that in the pan. So you can see I put makeup on my face, but there's no way you can feel it. All that cheese and smoked paprika in there. Yeah. Bubbling away nicely. Yeah, so I can't remember quite what I've said and what I haven't, but I took my first tablet last night to help me sleep, and the doctor said that he didn't want to up my antidepressants, which is fair enough, and I have an interview next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, for universal credits, and I've just got to take proof with me that I am who I am, that I live here, in this house. Had another call. Well, I had my first call from a gentleman called from he called from Orbit. Sorry, I'm dying for a wee, but I can't move because Sir is on me at the moment. Yeah. Little monkey. Yeah. Yeah, sprawled out. What was I saying? I just need proof of like a bank card, letters with my address on, and that they just did like a sort of like a little interview asking me questions over the phone, and I mentioned about my mental health, and I know I sound a bit like a broken record. Mental health, oh, I've lived here for 32 years, which I have. He said, no, I don't doubt that. That's, I don't, just want to get to know you, and then we'll send somebody out, and they're just going to like talk, and I just need bank statements from 12 months ago. So I've got one from March last year, so one from 3 months ago and one recent, so which I have. A bank card, just letters, any letters, broadband or something, with my name on and stuff. They haven't said no outright that I can't stay here, but I'm still finding out. It's going through a process of, my lovely, wonderful step auntie and my lovely, wonderful step brother, yeah, who, as you know, my stepdad Arthur. I'm gonna include some photos. I was going to show you the photos, but my step auntie's taken the photo album, which is understandable because it was hers. It was, but there was pictures in there of Arthur and Sylvia, and I've uploaded them for you to see. And there's some Mother's Day pictures of my mum, so I've included this in the video as well. So basically, when I was pretty sure that when somebody passes away and they've got arrears, debt, and bills, and everyone's agreed, they said, but when that person dies, the debt and bills die with them, and so basically, Shirley and Patrick is Arthur's oldest son. He's got three oldest sons from his first wife. He's got three real biological sons. And so Paddy is his next to kin because he's the oldest. And then Paddy was trying to bullshit me, come out with all this, but everyone's next to kin. It could be Arthur's three sisters, it could be his three brothers, it could be all the sons, it could be you. And I'm just thinking, what are you chatting, Paddy? No, you're the next to kin. He didn't like it, and I stuck to my guns because Paddy's one of these people that, he'll try and talk over you, try and belittle you. He's got the gift of the gab, he thinks he's God's gift. He's like, oh, I can't see you living in here, get used to being kicked out and that kind of thing, and it's not a fucking palace. I will, you probably have seen in the past when I've done videos, it does look a bit of a shithole. It is, there's the odd dirt and dust and cobwebs and shit, right? When Soxy's come in, Mum used to have bloody steam coming out of her ears. The amount of times we'd like, um, try and clean up the place, and Arthur would be dropping food, and it was like having a child in the house sometimes. So he has dirtied it up, and that, getting like all his greasy head, and like where I don't mean to talk bad of him. I don't mean to disrespect him in any way, but never washing his hands after going to the toilet and all that, dirty bugger. So if he messed himself, peed or weed, and whatever, and he got it on his hands, I'd get it on the cushions and stuff, and we'd have to go out and replace them, and yeah. So and so when the house was 3 years ago, when Sylvia passed away and it was handed over to Arthur, I was bending over fucking backwards, doing all the hours God sent to benefit this house. I might have treated myself once in a blue moon. It wasn't so I could like piss off on holiday or something and get drunk every 5 minutes, or it was benefiting this house, toiletries, cleaning products, cat food, my food, bills, um and I was just bending over backwards cleaning this house. Soxy, as much as I love him, bless his little heart, but he'd dirty up the house. Arthur would mess the house. I could bloody go in the bathroom, clean it, bleach it. It would smell like a hospital in there, because there was so much like bleach that I was cleaning with. He'd go in there and mess it up again. And I think, do you know what? Why the fuck do I bother? Why am I bothering to bloody clean a bloody house that don't even bloody belong to me? I'm bending over backwards, bloody cleaning, and Shirley's coming in here, right? And she's family, I get that, step family. And she's coming in, and doing his meals, and I'm grateful for her help, and I don't know, just little things like if she's in a hurry, she'll like put Arthur's meals in the microwave, and she'll spill like food on the top of the surface, or she'll drip tea down one of the cupboards, drip curry sauce on the floor and that kind of thing, and not wipe it up or anything. Or just she'll be mashing up the biscuits, cat biscuits and cat food, and just leave the fork on the side. And I'm thinking, why am I bothering? Why am I bothering? And then the likes of Paddy comes round. I'm just having a rant now. And then Arthur's son, like Paddy, comes round, right? Gives up on him, doesn't even bother, right? And Arthur was a stubborn bugger, try and get him to the doctors, he wouldn't want to know. So Paddy just thought, oh, sod it, and he washed his hands of his dad, right? Whereas me, I didn't give up. I still, I thought, okay, you can't make somebody do something that they don't want to, but I never gave up on him, and I always helped him the best I could, and so did Shirley. But the bills that are left now, the debt and the arrears, right? They're trying to bung on to me. They're trying to get me to pay for it. And I'm like, no, they died with him, so whatever bills and arrears are that, and you, Shirley and Paddy, you need to be sorting it out. But they weren't having any of it. And I stuck to my guns, and I was like, no, I'm not paying anything. And there's nothing you can do. No one's got a leg to stand on. You can't take me to court. And if you want to take me to court, do it, because they're all in Arthur's name, not mine. And so this guy from Orbit said, is something worrying you, Martin? I said, yeah. I said, Arthur's sister and Arthur's son is trying to bung it onto me, his remaining debt and that. And they said, and the guy I spoke to today said, but why? That's Arthur's debt and bills. It's not yours. They're in his name. And Paddy's trying to say, yeah, but you live here. You lived here. You lived in the house. You took on the bills. And I said, no, I didn't take on the bills. I helped Arthur with the bills. All the bills were in Arthur's name, but I helped him out, and I paid my way by buying toiletries, buying cat food, buying the cleaning products that don't just magic out of thin air. I was paying what was in Arthur's name, gas and electric. So I was paying my way. I weren't being a lazy cunt. I was paying my way, but everything was in his name, right? And he's trying to say, no, it all falls to you. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. You're the next of kin. They won't talk to me. You need to get on with it. Basically, he needs to pull his fucking head out of his ass and grow a pair of balls, grow a backbone, and yeah, he didn't like it. But then he's like, look at the state of this place, all the cobwebs and all that, like, and I said, I've had people in. I said, I've had friends in helping me. I've paid them. I've paid over £300. I said, I said, I've cleaning this house. I said, it's too much. I said, for one person to do. I said, right. And he said, oh, you need to get this out. And I said, yeah, all in good time. I said, I'm going to. I said, I'm going to have friends come round. I said, because I'm not getting any help. I'm not getting any help. Who's helping me? And he said, yeah, but I do all the hours, and I can't be any help to anyone. And I said, I'm having someone round. I said, to give it a lick of paint, He said, it needs more than paint, need more than cleaners. And I said, well, I can't do it all myself. I said, it's too much for one person. I said, I've bent over backwards. I've tried. I've done everything. I said, right? I said, I've done all what I can. I said, and I've done it, So I stuck up for myself and gave as good as I got. I thought, no, you're not fucking coming around here, fucking ripping the shit out of me and bloody belittling me and bloody, treating me like an arsehole. I've had enough of it. I'm trying my best, and I said, what was the point? I'm bending over fucking backwards, cleaning a fucking house that don't belong to me. I said, just for, people to mess it up again. I said, no. I said, what, a house that I can be kicked out of any time? Yeah, so... and breathe. They're still trying to get on my soft side and still they'd be like, oh, okay, I'll give it in, I'll pay, yeah. I'm like, no. You need to tell them that when that person dies, how, and this is what Shirley comes out with. Shirley's like, well, I can't afford it, she says. I ain't got the money for it. And Paddy's like, I ain't got the money for it either. So those two are expecting me to fucking pay for it. Hello? Martin Easter that's got no fucking benefits coming in. Fuck all benefits coming in. Martin Easter's on the sick, right? Only getting sick pay, right? I'm potentially fucking homeless. I could be kicked out and I'm only on 13 hours. Hello? Right? Surely you can't, you can't afford it. Paddy can't afford it. Oh, but you're happy to lumber it on me. Somebody who's only doing 13 hours that's, that's got his own bills and debt, yeah. And I'm like, well, I can't afford it either, right? You're going to have to talk to them and fucking tell them to fucking bloody squash the bloody debts, right? Because Arthur can't pay it anymore because he's dead. And it's still classed as Arthur's property, even though he has passed away. So at the moment, I'm paying what Arthur would be paying. That's what I'm paying, because that's what Orbit have told me. Carry on paying what Arthur's been paying until things are sorted out. Until you can find out that you can stay in that house, carry on paying what Arthur was paying, right? Once there's a changeover, if you get kicked out, we'll rehome you and put you in a 1-bedroom flat. Fair enough, right? But if you can stay in that house, then the bills will change, right? And everything will be put in my name. And Shirley's all like, oh, you've got to open accounts and put claims, in your name. So she wants me to put the water rates in my name. She wants me to put the council tax in my name. She wants me to put the gas and electric in my name. And she also wants me to put the television licence in my name. 5 things in my name, okay, in Martin Easter's name, registered to this house that isn't my house that I'm going to, that's not my house, sorry, that I could be potentially kicked out of any time. So I got to go through the whole bloody palaver. Okay then, right. So if I go through the palaver of phoning up every Tom, Dick and Harry and saying, oh, can I have my name put on the water rates, gas, electric, council tax and TV licence. While you're there, bung my name on the rent at the same time, right? How can I have accounts in my name in a house that's not in my name? How can I have the gas and electric, TV licence, because it's all going to be registered under this house that isn't mine? It doesn't seem to be sinking into their thick fucking heads. It's like I've lapsed into another fucking language that don't make any fucking sense. I apologise for the language, I do. Right? How the bloody hell can I go through all that bloody palaver of phoning up utilita, gas and electric, and TV licence and everything, making a claim in Martinisa's name, registered to this address, to this house that isn't mine, only to be told, Martinista, you're going to be kicked out and we're going to replace you and put you in a 1-bedroom flat. So then that means I've got to go through the whole fucking palaver of having to close my accounts and make different claims again in my name and then in my new place. I don't need the fucking drama. It's ridiculous. It just does not seem to be sinking in. It really doesn't. I've explained, I think, about 10-15 times, but they're just not getting it. Right, so I just want to say, I'm going to say good night actually instead of goodbye, because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sitting here, Soxy's fast asleep, and I've just been sitting here watching. I just watched the final of Big Brother. Wanted my Fern Britain to win. Wanted Fern, but unfortunately she didn't. But I'm glad David won. Yeah, I thought he was fabulous. I don't know if there's any Celebrity Big Brother fans out there. Let me know if you watched it and who did you want to win. I'm going to just sit here and chill for a minute. Oh, he's not tired, he says. I'm going to make another cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching, just chilling. It's early hours Friday. No, it's Saturday now. It's Saturday. And after just having, I don't know, a week of like phone calls and paperwork and what have you. I mean, I've made a few starts, getting onto orbit and stuff and sorting out things and stuff. So I'm making a start, and going to the doctors. Yeah, I was gonna, it sounds bad, but I was lying in bed and I had my doctor's appointment 9 o'clock and it was 10 to 9. And I was going to mug it off. I thought, oh no, I can't be asked. I'm going to pretend I forgot it, just going to lie in bed. And so I quickly got ready, threw some clothes on, and luckily it's only like a minute away from where I live. So, and I made it in time. And then I was dying for a wee. And I said to the reception guy behind the counter. I said, I'm really dying to go to the toilet. I said, and he said, no, that's all right. Just, yeah, go to the toilet. And as I was in the toilet, I heard the doctor come out, Mr. Easter. I thought, oh my God, yeah. Mm. But they waited for me, so it was all fine. But I'm glad I didn't mug it off, and I'm glad I did go. Mm. I've got someone coming to the house next week sometime, just to go over, just look at my paperwork and just bank statements and stuff to prove that that I am who I am and stuff, and that got my book, just writing my diary, just writing. So yeah, that I've got someone coming out next week. I'm not sure when. Didn't give me a date or a time. And then I've got my job centre interview. Yeah. So I'll let you know how it goes. And Wednesday at 9:30 in the morning. Wednesday at 9:30 in the morning on the 27th will be the last day. It will be when Arthur's gone. His cremation. Yeah. And and Shirley said she was really devastated for those first 2 days. It was hard for her to come round because he'd be fast asleep on the sofa there, or be sitting there doing something, watching telly. Oh, sorry. She asked if I was okay. I just said my mental health's all over the place and I'm missing him. And she said, yeah, I think we all are. And she said, once I spoke to her brothers and sisters, they all said, do you know, he's in a better place. He's in a better place now and he's out of pain, which he is, because he just sat there and just, and like Shirley said, he's sitting there and just saying no to everything, I'm fine, so he is out of pain. He is out of pain, and bless him, he didn't have much of a life, sitting there smoking his head off, It got to the point. I mean, he used to love sitting out in the garden. He used to sit out there for 8 hours, and even early hours of the morning, sit out there at 3 o'clock in the morning, just sitting there all peacefully with his fag, Soxy on his lap. But even that stopped. So, yeah. And of course, 3 years ago we couldn't do a wake for Mum because, of course, it was the coronavirus, so we couldn't do anything. But one day I would like to have like a little celebratory party for her one day. I am going to do that. I will do that one day for her and invite my friends. And we're going to do like a little memorial service, like a little, well, not a memorial service, like a remembering, kind of like a little wake kind of thing to remember Arthur. So some of the family can go and just have a drink to him and stuff, But again, I will keep you updated. Oh, heavens above! I'm gonna. Oh yeah, my tablets. That's helping me sleep. They're really good. I only had one. I had one yesterday, and it kind of left a sort of a funny aftertaste in my mouth, like I was going to be sick. I was fine. I wasn't sick, but oh my God, when I first took it, the only way I can describe it, it was like I was drunk. When you're drunk and you're sort of like this, and you're like, oh, 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 and you have to hold on to things. That was how I was like. I really felt like I just stepped out of a nightclub, pissed as arseholes. I just like, that's how I felt. That is how I felt. Um, And I kept trying to fight it, and I was making a drink, and I was like, oh, do you know what, Martin, just go to bed, go to bed. And I slept like a baby. I really did sleep really well. I only woke up once, so yeah. Um, so I will keep you updated with what's going on, and fingers crossed, yeah. It's all. I don't want to sound like a woe is me, oh, he goes and moaning again, but I just want a little bit of happiness. I just want just a bit of good news. Will, just a bit of good news would just, you know, I'm just fed up with I'm really tired now. I'm really just so fucking tired of just being really trying to be upbeat and being positive and being strong, only for it to piss and shit all over my, and go wrong and go tits up. So I just want something to finally go right. I just want, just, yeah, just want a bit of, just a bit of good news, just a bit, you know, not asking for too much, but yeah. But again, I'm sorry if I don't reply back straight away to your messages. I do take my time in replying because one, I'm probably busy, or I like to take my time in replying because I don't just like to just reply with just one quick message that's saying thanks. I like to reply back properly and answer everything you said. So I want to take this time. Um, Sleeping Beauty over there sends his love. Yeah. Um, yeah. Me and a friend, we've been putting some spot on him. Just treating him. His nickname was Fleabag from Arthur. So yeah, yeah. He's lovely, but he's even lovelier when he's asleep. Yeah, yeah. I love him to bits, um, but I suppose he has been through a lot. He's very, yeah, he's very clingy. I don't mind him sitting on my lap. I don't mind, but when you've had him sat on your lap for about 8 hours, it's and you want to get up and go toilet or something, your legs are aching. It's like, oh, come on now, socks. I love you, but So Sleeping Beauty over there sends his love. Yeah. And I just want to say a massive, great big thank you to each and every single one of you. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for, binge watching my videos, which what I'm like. Well, we're not with my videos, but other people's. Um, and and I just want to say a massive, massive, huge thanks, a massive, huge thank you for for supporting my channel, and for liking and loving my videos so much, and thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my friends. Just thank you for all your ongoing love and support and your advice. It really does make me strong. It really does. It just, if I come on here for a rant or I come on and talk to you, I know I haven't met you in person, but it really does really fucking help talking to you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so, so much for standing by me, standing with me, and we can do this. We can do this. Yeah. And I'm just going to give a little mention to my friend Dawny because I've been watching her videos and they really relax me, because she does a lot of scrapbooking, which I love doing. And I'm going to put the link to her channel, her description. I think I put it in one of my other videos, recent video that I've done. I can't remember which one, but I will put a link to her channel, um, uh, in the description box down below. So click on that and then it'll take you straight to her channel, because she's just lovely, and I love her scrapbooking. It's just, oh, the noises of the pages and gluing, and just, I don't know, it's just, it really relaxes me. I love watching her videos, love them. And also I want to say a massive shout out, just a big hello and lots of love to my friend Jackie, who we recently, well, we found each other on here, but we've recently swapped contacts and that, you know, so yeah, we're in touch with each other. But if you guys want to add me on Facebook, I have got Facebook, inbox me. I will put again the description, in the description box. I'll put the link to my Facebook, because I've had a couple of old ones, and I don't want you going on my old one, you know, and thinking, why hasn't he had me? Yeah, if you want to add me on Facebook, please do. I'm Martin Easter, and I'll put it in the description box below, and click on that if you want to add me. It's okay if you don't want to, but yeah, and yeah, we can have like chats. So I love you all. Thank you again for your love and support, and good night. Yeah, sweet dreams, and I shall see you. I'll see you another day. Yeah, see you later, guys.